Yeah. Sanjay Hegde, I think we can all agree that we do not think that contributors, freelancers, employees, people in an organization that have not even a say or not even maybe knowledge of how funds are raised for the organization that they work for should be held accountable. But what is the promoter accountability in this issue? I know you and Yashwant argued a lot, but I am asking you a genuine question. There is a Neville Singham character. If you read about him, you see that he has long been somebody who's actually believed in the CCP. He's actually played down the sort of genocide of Muslims in China. He's had a very different view from the rest of the world on China's handling of COVID. NewsClick today says it has taken no instructions from this man, but the fact is, NewsClick is not categorically denied as of now. Please correct me if I'm wrong. Being funded by him. Maybe it's totally legal. Maybe it's totally legal. I have no idea. I am simply just asking you, does that make you uncomfortable? Do you think the promoter, because you're in media, you don't have to say where you got your money from?
No, let's put it this way. It doesn't matter what I think. Right now, because of what the police think, two people are going to be in jail for a pretty long time because bail under UAPA is almost impossible to get. Now, having said that, Mr. Singham, whom you put out there, to the best of my knowledge, is not even a Chinese man.
He's American.
US,
he's American.
He's an American of Indian origin, right?
Sri Lankan, partly Sri Lankan.
Whatever, Sri Lankan, yes. Partly Indian.
I don't think he's Indian. I don't think he has any
subcontinental origin. Subcontinental origin.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Right. Yeah. Now you are running a news organization. News organizations need money. You have an investor. You may do due diligence. After doing due diligence or whatever, you have accepted money. At the same point of time, does everybody who put in money in a news organization run that organization? If that were the logic, then Mr. Ambani would be liable for everything that happens on News 18 or one of his channels, or Mr. Adani would be very liable for whatever happens on those news channels.
Aren't they liable?
And you know what happens. You know what happens. You know what happens on those news channels.
I can't resist this because it's a former channel, but because when Gautam Adani bought NDTV, everybody said it's now Adani TV. People do make a correlation between the owner and the organization.
So the question is,
yes,
under what terms was that money taken? Was there a definite quid pro quo? And as a result of that quid pro quo, was there anything illegal done? Right now, as far as I know, India is not at war with China. China has not been declared an enemy country. They just take China out of the equation. Supposing it had been money coming from Canada. Currently, we have a fight with Canada going on. Now, are you supposed to be looking into the future and say, oh, we will be in trouble with so-and-so country at that point of time, therefore I will not take money? You just don't know. When money comes to you, you look, is the foreign collaborator somebody of some standing? Is money coming? And what are the terms on which I have to return the money?
Right.
So unless you today or the police is able to establish that there was business with an enemy country, as a result of that, there was a breach of the Official Secrets Act or any particular act, where is the criminality? As a pure question of law. So you may go ahead and say, oh, so and so is not a nice man, not a nice country. You shouldn't be taking money from such and such person. Well, that's a question of opinion. As far as the law is concerned, currently I don't see criminality being established. The police seem to be on a fishing expedition, and you are wrong, Barkha, if you think that there were only about 40 places raided. I'm told that there were as many as 130 places raided, and many people have chosen to just let things go under the radar.
Okay, I'm only going by the number I have officially, which is 46. I'm open to being corrected. Sanjay, I have one question before I go to SP Ved. There's a lot we don't know. Neither is the police given an elaborate statement, nor has actually NewsClick given an elaborate statement. So there's a lot of guesswork going on here for those who want to support it and those who actually want to attack it. Sanjay? Yeah.
I'm sorry. The last sentence wasn't.
I'm just saying there's a lot of guesswork because neither has the police been very detailed.
Yes.
Nor has NewsClick been very detailed either.
I agree on that. We can all speculate. But at the end of the day, if you use a ton of TNT against a housefly, that is grossly disproportionate. UAPA was contrary to what you think. It was not Chidambaram's baby. It was way back in the 60s, where either Nehru or Shastri, when the Dravidian movement was at its height. That's when UAPA came in. It was not used very frequently at that point of time. We had harsh laws in Tada. The police messed it up. We had harsh laws in Pota. The police messed it up. Each time you give the police a harsh law or a big stick, they use it indiscriminately. And that is what has happened out here. And I was not only on NewsClick. The point is that if you give the police a harsh law and tell them go shoot out, for them everything looks like a nail which needs to be hammered. And
okay.
And that's the end of civil liberties in this country.